Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here in GrainCraft. You join me in my castle. A splendid looking, colourful thing, garish if you like. The whole idea behind me building this building was to have a nice place to live and to sit on my throne as the self-styled Mad King. The trouble is, we've had a little bit of a situation. This is not ideal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. We have an imposter on the throne behind me. We have a bit of a monster over there. And at the moment, I don't have a throne, so Mad King Grain cannot continue. But it doesn't mean we haven't got things to do. It doesn't mean I can't bring a video to you in this crazy throne room. Ian over here is got a bit of a bite on him. How close can I get without being bit? Not going any closer. And of course, Ivan, who, because I've got Thorn's armor, I guess that hurts him. I hadn't thought of that. I didn't know that worked with arrows. Anyway, we have Ian on the throne, and we have we have Ivan on the throne, and we have bitey Ian over there. And I really need to eat something. Now, this is a little awkward, isn't it? However, some instructions have been left because I don't think King Ivan is in the most communicative moods. He's not the most friendly of monarchs, shall we say. So he's left some instructions, and of course they must be done because we don't want a visit from Ian over there. Look at him. He looks hungry. He also looks like he's lost some legs. The jobs list. I guess I'll need to check this board fairly regularly, but we have instructions. We need to connect a rail line. You know I started building a bridge in the last episode anyway, so I guess that needs to be finished. And loyal subjects need to be connected. So I guess I need to build a station. I need to build a railway line. And I need to work out where I'm going to build it to. So we'll have a think about that in a moment. But also, I need a holiday. You will provide access to the ocean for my royal yacht. Right. Okay. Well, we are landlocked in this area. So either we provide something that transports boats over land, or we just dig a canal. That sounds easier. Let's do the canal first. Right, I am over by Ethel's house. So just to give you an idea of where the castle is, it is in the shadows way up there. I have done some calculations and I thought, yes, the canal is definitely doable because I think if we build 2 canal tunnels underneath some mountains, we should, if all goes well, be able to reach the ocean. I think I've found the shortest possible route. So I've marked out where I want to be digging here. This is kind of the look I want to go for, kind of a canal path on either side. And yeah, we'll need to sort of make sure we fence off. Actually, we need to get away from the troublemakers over there. So we'll need to fence off the witch's house, because yeah, I don't want Ethel paying the king a visit. So we have some digging to do. I have also mapped out the other side of the tunnel in terms of if we go straight down, we will end up here, which I've done the same. Not quite done the towpath for the canal like I've done this side. But it should, in theory, just be a straight line all the way down there. I can hear a drowned. Excuse me, I'm trying to record a video. How rude. Okay, and another one. Right, so I will get digging. And I will see you on the other side of this mountain. And quite a bit of digging later, we have ourselves a tunnel. Pretty happy with this, actually. I've not continued the towpath inside yet, because by the time I finished hollowing this tunnel out, I'd had enough of digging. So the roof still needs to be done, but I really like the sides. I've taken a decision just to use a bit of subtle glow lichen. I can hear I've got a zombie friend, but not in here. Anyway, it should be lit up just enough. There are no actual spawnable spots in here. I don't think they can spawn when there's that lichen. But yes, it looks like they can because there's a light level on there, but it's a light level 7, so they can't. So that's fine. So there shouldn't be any spawnable spots in here, but this tunnel actually just, it's a straight line. I mean, for those that can actually boat in a straight line, well done to you. A straight line that goes directly under the mountain. And to give you an idea of where we are, this is Lovejoy's Clifftop Farms. That's his lower village. That's the ruins of this castle. And that's Santa Claus, who is still hanging around in the air, causing trouble, looking a bit ominous. So, yes, straight line. We're about about a third of the way through the tunnel. So it's quite a long tunnel. But it does bring us out near Lovejoy's Bridge. That if you've seen his recent episodes, you'll have seen him constructing that bridge. So part 1 is complete. The next challenge is to cut through here, which I think is the shortest dig. The trouble is it's near his bridge, and it's near, I know how he's very protective of his builds and stuff like that, and there's a theme that he's got. So I need to ask him, first of all, if it's okay for me to dig a great big canal under here. Of course, it will be as discreet as possible, because, yes, we don't want to ruin Lovejoy's builds, do we? So let's get to the other side, and I will show you the next tunnel. Oh, and by the way, halfway through this tunnel, pretty much halfway, we have this beautiful cavern and the actual railway line that I built in a few episodes ago that connects to underneath Lovejoy's base at the top there. So we actually have a little point here where the canal meets with the future railway link. So I said I wanted to be discreet with this build. I said I wanted to be subtle. I think I've achieved it. Previously, this area here was just a flat grassy area with a flat inlet to, or sort of was it a cave? I think it was just a flat andesite wall. You can't really see much from it. It still looks like a fairly flat wall, doesn't it? But no, I have, with excessive use of bone meal and the occasional mud block, and yeah, some small entrance hiding. I think I've made it discreet enough so that he'll be happy. And yeah, a slightly smaller version. This time this is actually a couple of blocks narrower than the previous tunnel, because that took forever. So here we have a continuation of the tunnel. It's not finished, but this is the start here. It's a little bit more claustrophobic, this one. It is a shorter tunnel. Let me take you through to the other end, which comes out like so. Here, there is some precarious gravel, which I may need to remove. But we actually come out in a really deep area. I hadn't actually noticed that before. Yeah, this is where it comes out. It's a pretty cool cave, and there are some really deep areas that I might have to go diving down to explore if I ever feel the need to do so. But this area here is, well, beyond, through that gap there is the ocean. So giving you a map for your reference, we can get through to the ocean from here all the way down to here. There always seems to be cows in that area. I don't know why that is. For your bearings, there's Woodtick, there's the ruins, that's the Shelker Farm, that's Santa's house, Lovejoy's quarry. Yeah, so in a nutshell, we have now got a water route that goes straight down to here, straight across to here, and good old Ivan can head off on his holidays on his boat without having to cross any land. And another load of digging later, mining, chopping, deforesting, placing steps, stairs even. Stairs, aren't they? They're not stairs. And another few hours later of what I thought was an easy job. It is an easy job. It's just monotonous. We have a completed second canal. We have a clear path all the way to the ocean. So we'll have a happy, crazy king, and he'll be even happier when I get this final bit finished off. Probably need to think about lighting a little bit more evenly in the canal tunnel. But yeah, I know it's not the most interesting of projects, so I've not necessarily filmed too much of me doing this, but it's just been, oh, what a grind. What a monotonous grind. Sometimes I'm in the mood for that. At the moment, I've had quite enough of digging caves. There is one thing that I'm not a fan of. Look at these blocks. I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but they don't make for the smoothest of rides on the boat. So I'm going to have to rethink the lighting design of these. But that can happen another day. Yeah, discreet entrance, easy access to the ocean. I'm not sure how often I'll use it because I don't plan to use boats very much when I have my wings. Let's get back before we get eaten alive. I guess at least this one's a bit wider, so the sides are less of a problem. Quite hypnotic, actually. And I should think boating was fast. Yeah. How wrong I was. So let me also come up with a suggestion for Mojang. Whilst I'm idling, my mind is idling, why don't you, Mojang, give us a furnace boat? We just put it some coal in it, and we can chug along with a motorboat, coal powered, that gets us from A to B. Of course, straight lines are essential, so this is perfect for such a scenario. Anyway, let's go and look at the station and the rail and just generally what I've been doing. Because Lovejoy's not been around; he's been on holiday, so I've just really just got my head down and just been building, just been experimenting, playing around. And the bridge is nearly there. I'm pretty happy with it. I've dug out around the fort foundations, and it's now surrounded by water. And we also have the initial stages of a fort here, which is based on a Roman bridge design that I found that I have kind of adapted a little bit, but I do need to actually, like with the castle itself, I need to actually improve the blocks and just put a bit more variation. It's a bit samey at the moment. Actually, I should probably get rid of this. It's not my tunnel anymore. Mad King Ivan. Yeah. We have the color-coded lines that run literally as far as here. So there needs to be a lot more work. These took forever. I've chosen gravel, not gravel, sorry. This is concrete powder, grey concrete powder and red concrete powder. I think I mentioned that in the last episode. Maybe I've thrown in a little bit of grey wool. I'm not sure whether I like it or not, just for a bit of variation. I've got a lot more grey wool than I have sand and gravel. But yeah, this is what I've done so far. So that needs to continue the line that way. I need to finish off this to make it look a bit nicer. But the basic structure is in place. And then we have our station. This is another grind that I've been doing. First of all, let's have a look at the roof. I just always struggle with roofs. I started off, what was I thinking? With a smooth quartz roof. That did not go well, simply because I don't have enough quartz. Trading was monotonous for it. Digging through the nether was monotonous. Yeah. So then I just thought, okay, until I find a proper solution. It's something I do have plenty of, thanks to that tower over there, is iron. And so we have an iron roof for now. Anyway, until I can find a better way of doing this, a better solution, there's plenty of roof inspiration there. I have seen recently some designs that have got a mixture of the dark prismarine, or is it, no, not the dark prismarine, the other prismarine block, the lighter prismarine, the green, the lighter green block, and copper, green copper. So I could try that, maybe. I think it would also look better with stairs, just to sort of smooth the gradient out a little bit. But I could just take a leaf from the castle design itself, possibly. Anyway, inside it's not looking quite so resplendent. Oh, hello. You want a better view, do you? Okay, I don't want to hurt him, but he also appears to be floating. Yes, we have the frontage is finished. I'm happy with the frontage. The side, let's go out, have a look up here. The side is much the same sort of theme. I've had to find a lot of what they're called, the calcite thingies. I really am not thinking properly. The calcite thingies, what are they called? I apologise. The calcite blocks, there's a lot of it used in here. So for the window frames at the front, this side, and the other side as well. The market stall has been brought in. I've basically demolished this. I don't know if you remember that there was a kind of a wing of my storage room here that had a big bit of the mountain extended out over there that I'd put loads of effort into terraforming and making it look pretty like that. But I ended up demolishing it and sort of, I guess, setting the station into the mountain, into the rock. And I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. It's the same block palette as around here. The only thing that I've used is this terracotta here, which I'm not sure if I like it or not. Whether it does stand out quite a bit. But round here, if we look at it from over here, there's no terracotta. Let me know what you think. Terracotta or no terracotta? Yeah, that would be useful. We have a bridge that I've put here and generally just flatten this whole area. This was actually quite hilly. And there's a lot of trees. There was a lot of trees around here that I've got rid of. I plan to make this a rural sort of area, and you probably could tell that from this construction. We have a windmill. We have a windmill that it's the first windmill I've ever built. Pretty happy with it. I've kind of continued a theme of diorite on the underside of the bridge and the white blocks in there, in the station here, and diorite is really starting to grow on me, and we now have kind of a really nice smooth gradient here. So the white wall top, calcite, diorite, andesite, and tuff. We could keep going actually with some darker blocks as well, but I really like this gradient, and I've started to use it sort of quite subtly here, and I think I may well use it in that stretch of the bridge there, that big grey bit that just looks a bit flat and boring at the moment, and also on the side here. So keep an eye out for that in future episodes. The farm, there'll also be a farming episode, I think, where I build some crops along here, just some general agricultural areas, because we have all these buildings, all these people, and we need to feed them, and they don't just want to eat meat. So let's feed the masses. I also need to work a little bit on this terrain here. This cliff is looking a little bit fake, shall we say. Into the station. Interior is not done. It just gets laggy as soon as I walk in. But I've started, yeah, I've demolished all of the mountainside here. The mountainside that I built, admittedly. Oh, what are you doing? Yes, right. Where was I? So yeah, I've left the storage system here still, but just the lagginess is just too much. But I mean, you can see there's a lot of entities on this map. Villagers there. We've got bees. We've got the iron farm. It's not too much. We've got the creeper farm there. That's, I think, the minecarts from the various farms that I've actually disabled. So pumpkin, cactus, melon, sugarcane. I've actually disabled them all. It's still not. It's a little better, but it's still not good enough. I still need to clear this out because it's just too many hoppers, I'm guessing. But yes, it's a big old cavern. This. Let's try and do this without hurting myself. Here we go. So yes, this is a site that I've probably not shown on camera before because I've had to clear a lot of this out up the top here. So we've got the 3 wings. This is the entrance to the storage area. This is one wing, another wing, and another wing. And all of these are, I've got huge amounts of hoppers. As you can see, I've not covered those with composters. Nor those. I have hoppers that I've not covered. I wonder if that'll make a difference. There's quite a few hoppers. Yeah, for those that aren't in the know, if you put a composter above a hopper, it seriously reduces the lag because the system will think that it'll just look at one object. It won't just look at everything above it and continuously scan. It just takes up less lag. I've explained that really, really poorly. But yeah, Google it if you want to know more. But composters are good for lag, especially when you have millions of hoppers. This is the tree farm, just for your bearings here, and over there in the distance we have the moss farm. So lots of farms in close proximity with a railway station that's being constructed. I was hoping we wouldn't have to remove much, but this tree farm is kind of in the way. I mean, we could potentially sort of build around it, but I really wanted something that was just really quite big and open, you know, like modern train stations and even the oldie grand train stations. You look at St Pancras in London, for example, or Amsterdam Central Station. They're just, the scale of them is it's just very impressive, and so scale is something I wanted. This is what Ivan would want, I'm sure. So sadly, I think the storage system is going to have to go. I know I mentioned it in the last episode, but yeah, so much work went into this. As you can see, it was not a simple undertaking. So much work went into it, but yeah, I'll be honest, if I can find a simpler design, I will. I think I've found 1 or 2 designs that I would like to use. Now that I have access to shulkers, I don't need so many chests, which means I don't need so many hoppers. And equally, I can probably relocate this maybe into the spawn chunks somewhere, because that way at least they're always loaded. And so when you leave the area and it's still sorting stuff out, it won't break. In theory. Okay, right, so I need to work out what I'm going to do next. I could either extend the railway line that way and find out. Probably worth, actually, yes, I know what I'll do. I'm going to fly this way and work out where the destination is going to be for the railway. So there's the route that goes to underneath Lovejoy's farms, and there's also the route that comes out by the football-shaped tree down here. Where is it? Lit up. Here we go. So this is the other side of the tunnel. And yeah, I mean, it goes that way up to Lovejoy's Clifftop Farms. But I think maybe the first line I will do in here and coming out here, and perhaps I could... I know that Lovejoy's building a fishing village over there on this island. I don't think that's a spoiler. I think he's mentioned that in his episode. I hope he does. Where is the island? Ah, here it is. Yes, so this is his bridge. This is his island, and could build the railway line maybe along the coast, and I need to check with him. I'm thinking just a nice indiscreet. There's always a skeleton around, isn't there? Pain in the backside. To you. So I could build just a small railway station, just a little rural railway station, discreet once again. Build it in the theme of Lovejoy's village. I'm not sure if they want to be connected to the outside world, but it could be an option. He could always demolish it. So this is the roads that leaves his converted village. So maybe we could... Ouch. Maybe we could build a railway station around here somewhere. Nice and subtle. Maybe he won't even notice it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears we have run out of time for this episode. We're almost half an hour in, and so I need to say farewell for now. And we will come back as soon as I can to finish off the next stage of our laundry list, our jobs for the Mad King. But for now, for the time being at least, thank you for watching. I'm sorry it's been so long since the last episode. My computer died on me. I've managed to fix it. I managed to get all my recording settings back to normal, I hope. And so this has taken a long time to come to you. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time.